And at this time, we will start the meeting with a prayer. Thank you, Dr.
So we want, thank you. So we want to remember Tracy, who's going to be out in another 3 weeks, and then Bobby had shoulder surgery, and so I have been conscripted into being the secretary too. Like a Western conscript. That wasn't worth about that much. Okay, so I'm in spirit of prayer. Eternal God, we give you thanks for the blessings of this day. It's cloudy and humid outside. We would hope for a little rain, but it is what it is. We give you thanks for this club for its work in our community. We ask your spirit to be upon us, to bless our work, to bless this club, to bless the food that is prepared for us, and to keep us this day in your peace. In the name of Christ. Amen.
And at this time, Valerie will lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance. Thank you, Val.
Please join me in honoring our
flag of the United States of America, to the republic which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Everybody has to sing God bless forever.
God bless forever. And the sun from God, through the light of love, to the earth, to the oceans, our Lord, God bless forever.
Thank you so very much.
Those flags have been inspired. Thanks. So today, other than our speaker, we do have a guest, Elizabeth Arias, and she is a friend of Sylvia. So, welcome. So take a moment before you leave to greet Elizabeth. Thank you.
Thank you, President.
One more month, right? That was your camera.
No. At this time, Ron, Director of Programs, will introduce our guest speaker. Thank you, Ron.
Thank you very much. So, it's very exciting to engage with different communities and companies that we've had come speak for us throughout the year. And I know typically I'll ask you guys, if somebody has had an impact in your life, and I know without question that every one of us has had a teacher have an impact on our lives. And while we've been very blessed to have our football and basketball and baseball programs come through and tell us about what is going on in our schools and how they're helping those kids, I'm very excited to not only share what's going on with the MacArthur fans, but to hear from somebody who not only has a gift of music, but also has that gift to teach and influence our youth. And so it's a great pleasure that I introduce our speaker today, Hinojosa.
Hi everybody, this is a fun bunch of people here. It's been great meeting some of you guys. I'm excited to meet everybody afterwards and get to chat a little bit. But my name, and thank you very much for allowing me to speak about what I do with these children on a daily basis. My name is Hinojosa. I am the director of bands at MacArthur High School. I have been, this is my 22nd year teaching. Yes. And this is my fourth year at MacArthur High School. I'm originally from the Rio Grande Valley, down in Texas, which is down the very tip of Texas, and people don't know where South Texas. Because sometimes I say that and they think it's San Antonio, and just go like 3 hours south of that, and then it's there. That's where I grew up in Callan. My parents lived there, and I go there often to visit. And I did attend A&M Kingsville long time ago, got my degree in music education, and fast forward, became a teacher, and here I am 22 years later. I'm not the only one out of my school, so I do want to give a little recognition to our staff members there as well. We have Marcus Colinas graduated from the University of North Texas. This is his second year of teaching. Unfortunately, his first year he had to experience the COVID year, so that was a rough start for him in his teaching career, but hopefully he managed pretty well and he got past that. And then we did have a new hire this year, which is Joe Aguilar. He is our percussion director. Graduated, got his master's from the University of Texas in Austin, and this is his first year as a teacher. So he has been enjoying being part of our journey. So that's enough about me. I want to get to what I'm here about, or what I'm truly here about is the kids. So I'm going to explain a little bit of what we do with our children, what our program consists of, and answer the questions that you might have on things that I do for these. So our band program at the high school is basically approximately about 180 students at a high school level, but our entire program is about 600 students because we do see kids from 6 through 12. We're very fortunate that we get to experience their pretty much 7 years from age 11, 12 to 17, 18 of their life, and we're honored as being part of their life, and being part of their journey, and making sure that we make an impact for their future as they move on to hopefully being great adults. Members. So we consider our band a community in a cluster. So the schools that feed into us are Trax Middle School, Sam Houston Middle School. We get a little bit of Coppell Middle School and Lady Bird Middle School. So we try to visit each little campus on a daily basis, not making sure basis, and they know us from the day they start 6th grade band to the day they graduate with us. So again, an honor for us to be part of their 7-year journey. But when they get to us, and this is very important to me, I take extreme pride in, again, being part of their lives for 7 years. And I think it's very meaningful for them that we take pride in their lives as well. So we have mottos, we have visions, and we have goals for these kids. And this happens within the 7 years / 4 years that they're with us. From the day they walk into MacArthur Band Hall to the day they leave us. We lead with 4 main words, and it's lead, inspire, value, and empower. And we try to teach those 4 words some way, somehow, in either daily, weekly, monthly lessons. Like, if that's always our focus, and that leads us into our mission statement, which we'll go into later. But the main thing I talk about with these kids is, we have a variety of kids. We have kids that are well off, we have kids that are not, we have kids, but at the end of the day, they're kids, they're all here for one reason, and they're there. I take it very personally, they're there for me, and I'm there for them. So for me, every day I speak to them, it's about getting the best out of them. So when we talk about the word lead, we talk about how do they lead others. How do they lead by example? What kind of role models are they becoming from freshmen? As a freshman, someone is looking up to them. So that's one of the words, inspiring. How are they inspiring those kids to become them? And to become what they see as they grow up. okay? We talk about value, and this is a big one for us. We talk about them valuing another peer's time, another peer's opinion, another peer's life and effort that they put in. They might not be as talented as themselves, you know, but each one tries. So we value, we teach them to value everyone's opinion. It might not, especially now we see it in the world today. We don't agree on a lot of things, and it's okay. We can still like each other and not agree on things, you know, it's someone's opinion, and I think it's very important for us to be able to communicate and teach them how to communicate with different opinions without it getting aggressive, and just being a positive thing, that it's okay to disagree. And then empowering, and then for me, this is big. I am a female in a very male role. There's not a lot of 6, 8 band directors that are female. I can probably in this area count them in one hand. So I take I'm extremely proud of the fact that I stand where I am. And these little girls and these little gentlemen see me and see the fact that anyone can do anything. And it doesn't matter who you are. It's all about how hard you work and what you do to create that opportunity for yourself. So I think that's really important for me to be that kind of role model for both male and females in our class. So that means that those 4 little words lead us to our main mission. And our main mission is to define the standard in everything and all. And so everything that we learn, and again, it's not about just playing music for us, it's about what they learn in band that's going to factor what they do in. So, and I think that's big because we are, our source of how we do it is through band and it's through music. And I think it's very neat that these kids get to create music and create emotion every day. You know, there's not another activity that creates emotion. You know, you think about a song comes out, and the minute you think about it, it's like, oh, that takes me back to this place where I was at, you know, and we do that. I do that for a living. I teach this for a living, which I think is so great for me. I'm so pleased and honored to be able to do that. But these kids are the ones that make the music. So how we apply it to life. So there's a couple of key components that we teach, and this is how we do it, and we make it fun, and it's a lot of hard work, but we make it fun. But some of the stuff that we do with our group is how are they part of the team? We consider our little community kind of like a business. We have the CEO, we have the regional managers, we have the managers, we have the workers, we have the team leaders, we have all that factors into this little community. Every single person has a role. Every person knows what their role is, and every single person is important. So, we're going through our leadership process right now. It's a big process. They have to submit a resume. They have to do teacher recommendations. They have to communicate with another adult and tell them what they're doing so that they can get a good recommendation. I make them go through this process. They're going to have to do it when they go get a job. So this is like a job for them. So once we're going through this process, and then once we establish our leadership, then we go like this. You have your workers, and those people don't want to be leaders. They just want to be told what to do, and they'll do it. You know, so they're just as important as the person on top that's making all the decisions for them. And I think it's important for them to realize that it's all same level. We're all on the same level. We might have different roles, but it's the same playing field that we do. And so that's one team. Communication skills. And I think nowadays, especially, and I'm going to come across, I guess, older and not so hip, but these folks and these these kids are constantly on their phones, and you can't, get them off of that. And so a lot of teachers, I'm fortunate that these schools have to go away in order for them to manage to it, but I see the struggle that these teachers have because it's constant. I mean, so for them to even send out an email, they don't know how to do that. That it's like they're hip to the technology world, but they don't know how to create an email and send it out. So for me, this is how I have my practice. There's not another organization that, you know, let's say the marching band. There's 185 kids out on the field all at once. No one else really has that. I have to manage it. Everybody has like a varsity team, a JV team, you know, they're smaller in their units. I have the whole situation. I tell these kids, I need to know where you're at home. So whether you're gonna be late because traffic is this and that, you send me an email saying, this is I'm gonna be 5 minutes late, I'm blah, blah, blah. Great, I'm very good at that. I'm like, wonderful, great, see you 5 minutes. You know, I don't get mad at them for any of that stuff. I get mad at them for not communicating. And I think that's a huge thing, especially for this younger generation that has phones, that has technologies, that has they have easy access with them. We have to go to the library and write out books in order for us to do a report for a class. You know, they have easy access for that. And sometimes it's a great technology because I'm able to talk to a ton of people all at once, but sometimes it's a detriment to them because of their communication skills. And I think that's what they're lacking. So that's big for me, making sure they're able to do that once they can. Community service, any chance they get. Any chance they get. I am very, and I make a huge deal that these seniors are able to walk out and graduate with at least 100 hours of community service. That's our goal, every single time. Yeah. So any chance and any opportunity, and anytime someone asks us for help, we have the amount of people to help. So, and these kids are always ready to help. And they'll always say, do I get community service for this? And I say, absolutely, do you get it? And I will sign their little paper. But yeah, for most of my graduating seniors, I want to say 95% of the graduating seniors this year have 100 hours of community service that they've done throughout their high school. So I think that's very positive. Thank you. Next thing is positivity. I think creating a community that we do, and the kids know this. I'm all about being positive. Now, do I get angry? I sure do. You know what I mean? I have to help, and they understand that. But I never do it in a mean way. I never do it. They know I do it because I'm their second mom for the most part. Since I'm their mom, because some might not have a mom. So, or a parent figure. So, they understand that. So my big thing for that is this. It's easy to quit, and it's easy to be very pessimistic. Like super easy to complain. That's always the easy route. What are you gonna do when you hit a roadblock? Let's figure that roadblock out. If you can't get through it, you're gonna go to the right, to the left, above, underneath it. But something's gonna happen and you're gonna learn from it, you know? So I think creating that environment for these kids has helped them as building a community that we built here at MAC. And then this was a huge one that we have to do this, and we'll go into because I would like to talk about their daily schedule, their weekly schedule, but time management. And this is what a lot of kids struggle with is like, how do you prioritize work, school, this, that, the other? Like, how do you do that? And we take advantage of the fact that our program is very time consuming. So we help them in the fact that this is how we're going to manage it. And then it would help with adults, like adults will help them out. But at the end of the day, by the time they're even sophomores, we do this a lot as a freshman class. But by sophomores, juniors, and seniors, they're able to do this themselves, and they really don't need just a little bit of guidance. But freshman year is a big one when it comes to time management, because what you guys have, and this leads me to our weekly schedule for the week. The marching band is very visible. see it at football games, we see it at parades, we see it at events, marching band is big. So I always kind of focus on that when I speak to community, because that's what people are used to seeing. But these kids are little, and I don't think anyone really sees this band kid and goes, oh, they just go into band, they get 45 minutes and they go away, and it's not like that at all. I wish it was be easier on my job, but it's not at all. But our weekly schedule, and then we just kind of go through the weekly schedule what kids go through. I think it's incredible, and I think it's amazing that they do everything that they do and accomplish everything that they do with this involvement. Okay, so first of all, we start a month before school starts. So everybody starts August 15th, school, yay, first day of school. We've already gone 4 weeks of band before that. We start before the football team does. Like we're there mid-July. And when I say we're there, it's not for an hour. We go from 8 a.m. to 4 p.m. full day to 4 p.m. For 4 weeks. This is what band kids start. Okay? Now there are a lot of people, I think they're underappreciated sometimes when they're like, just bring band. And these kids have already gone through a whole month of school, basically. So when actually school starts, it's kind of a relief because they get to go indoors, sit down, and then it's watching that person. But we're gonna go, so we start 4 weeks a month before. Once school starts, we continue our YL contest season, which we call it that. We have rehearsals Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays. I always give one season. Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays. We go from 5 to 8 on Monday and Tuesday. We go from 5 to 7 on a Thursday. We go to a football game on a Friday, and that means that they're going to school from 8:15, 8:30 to 4:15, and then they come to us, and then they do another load of marching band outdoors in the heat, and then we load buses, and then we go to a football game on a Friday. We load back up. We get home at around 11, 12 a.m., 1 a.m. depending. Then sometimes and then here comes October, and it's every Saturday we have a Saturday contest. And it's like, I'm loading them off the bus, and it's 12 a.m. and I'll see you guys tomorrow at 8 a.m. And they're like, okay, Miss Hinojosa, we'll see you tomorrow. And I'm like, love you, So here they come, and who comes in at 8 a.m.? Here they are, and they're not complaining. And so am I, but we're there, And this is what we do until November. So we go from July to November with this kind of schedule. And it's hard on them. And it's hard, but they manage. And we do it. And at the end of the day, and if you see them in the football games, it seems like they have energy to spare. I don't get it, but they're there. And it's the type of kid and we teach. And it's wonderful. That's the kind of schedule that they have. Now, that doesn't include, this is just, so I want to kind of emphasize what kind of band student we do have and what kind of involvement that we are in. 80% of our band are at least in one AP honor GT advanced class, at least one of them or more. Some of them, it's entirely all AP courses. And that's 80% of our band. I have, right now, sophomore in the junior class. I have the valedictorian from those 2 classes. My senior class, the top ranking is 5th. And then my freshman class is about to get ranked. So I'm sure they're up there because that was really smart freshman kids. So these kids are doing not just things for band and elite and region and state and getting superior ratings and watching that. They're also doing very well academically. So I'm going to list some things that they're involved with. We have students, first in the sports world. We have varsity football players, JV football players, baseball, basketball, track, tennis, soccer, swimming, volleyball, gymnastics, and cross country. That's both male and female on all of them. And they're able to. We're doing that. Plus, They have clubs and organizations like NHS, NTHS, HOSA, TSA, speech competition, Skills USA, Science Student Council, FCCLA, Gerald TC, UIL Decathlon, UIL Math, KMAP, Aid Production, and then plus their church organizations that they're in. So these kids are, when I say fully involved, they are fully involved. So when I say time management, it's like, this is when we sit down and say, especially as a freshman, you're going here, you're going here this way, you're going here at this side, and then you go this way. And so they manage that schedule, which I think is really admirable for a 14, 15-year-old to do, because there's, see on the world, and out on TV, and out on the news, and it's always bad things about these high school kids that are doing things, but nothing really great is ever recognized. So I'm fortunate that I'm able to recognize the great things that they're doing while they're at high school. So now that takes a little bit more on our end. I think they're building the relationships between the sponsors and the coaches has to be big, because at the end of the day, we want these kids to do everything. We do not want these kids to pick. And I think it's very important for them to be able to have the ability to do that. It says a lot for them, and the relationships we have with the coaches and their organizations and their sponsors is, how can we make that work? So if they're with you football for the first hour and a half, and then they come to me, that's how we're going to make it work. Because at the end of the day, I think the more that these kids are involved in, and the more time they spend in organizations, the less time they're going to spend getting in trouble. So I think that's why I started it, and the mom was like, yep, she's staying there and practicing, she's staying there doing that. But I mean, it made me who I was, and I think that's my goal is, at the end of the day, is making sure that they are good community members once they leave. So now, the not so great things, and it has nothing to do with the kids, it has everything to do with just like everything on the side that we have to do. This is some stuff that we kind of struggle with, and any fundraiser ideas that you guys might have, please, I'm all ears, because I'm going to tell you guys a little bit on the struggles that we have. So money is a big issue, of course, always is. Big old problem with everybody, right? That we're always trying to manage. Let's just talk again with just our marching show. And I don't think people really realize how expensive it is to have a band program. Our district does as much as they can. There's so many programs that they have to fund that it's hard for them to just give out so much money. So let's just talk about marching show. And this is what you see on a Friday night out in the community. I'm gonna lowball it. This is the low end, low everything, bare minimum of just what you need. This includes drill writing, copyright, music arrangement, program coordinator, props, everything, uniforms, everything that you need. Is about, I kind of was like calculating everything that we paid, and we're about to pay, it's $35,000 for bare. Okay, it's very expensive, $35,000. That's low. On an average, the schools around us, the other 6A schools, not in our districts, I'm talking about, the ones next to us, HEB, Louisville, like all of those bigger schools, 6A schools, they spend $50,000 or more on a show. And that's pretty average on that. We get $10,000 from our school district. So that means we have to, and bless our booster parents that we have, because we sit down, and it's about to come up, we sit down after our board meeting, this last week, we sit down at the end of the school year, and we'll talk budget and say, how much do we need to raise? And I say, this is what we need. So the things that we have done, COVID has hit us hard with fundraising these last 2 years. It's not just us, it's just everybody. We're just getting back into it. It was hard to fundraise when we were virtual. So now that we're here, we were able to do some things this year, which was great. We reach out, fortunately, I've been in the business for a long time, so I do have some people that whenever music organizations or music programs come in and they need people to come help host events. The kids are like, I need 25 kids, and the kids are like, yeah, we need. So I will get them, we will host the event, we will do everything again, and then they give us donations for us using, basically for manpower. We fortunately have the concessions at the JRE Stadium at Irving Stadium, so any football game, soccer game, track, anything that happens at the stadium, we're able to run concessions there. We do share that with the other 2 high schools. So at the end of the year, everything gets added up and it's just split. So that is what we use as well for that. I can't tell you enough how many cars I've washed in my life. But that's always been in these kids too. We've had car washes, any company that can get us anywhere, we will go and wash cars there. And those are always smaller ones, but we do have a lot of those. You have to look out if you see any MacArthur kids holding signs saying car wash. We have played for community events such as the Irving Foundation that has, given us donations for us. Our jazz band does a lot of these performances also. And then also the other community events such as like Citibank, they had an event for their employees and they needed some manpower. So I said, how many kids do you need? And they said 50. And I said, I got you. So we went there, we worked for 2 days and it was exhausting, but we were able to get somebody, from that too. So any kind of fundraisers out there, like we have the manpower, we have the kids still. These kids can run a contest in a second. It's been it's a fun way to kind of get to know the kids even more because I spend so much time with them. But this is always kind of been the thing that we have struggled, in our little world. But again, I do have great parents, great boosters that do sit down and want to help these kids out. It's sad when they see another band that we play against, and they have these gigantic props, and they say, why can't we have that? And I'm like, these kids are talented enough to be there, but we just don't have funds at this point. So that's something that we're trying to get better at, and these kids know. And the great thing about these kids is the fact that they're willing to put in even more time than they're doing, just to make this band better. And this is the thing I asked them about too, is what kind of thumbprint do you want to leave behind when you leave us? Because that's going to continue. 10 years from now, you're going to come back and it's going to be that same kind of tradition plus more. So again, I can't express how fortunate I am to be able to spend time with them. I was telling him that I don't have any children. This is pretty much my world. I leave my house at 6:30 a.m. and on a normal, don't have anything to do kind of day, I get home at 6:30 p.m. On a we have things to do day, I leave at 6:30 a.m. and I get home at 8, 9, 10 p.m. So sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, my alarm rings and I open my eyes and I go, why do I do this every day, right? And then I drive to school, and as soon as I get out of my car, I see those little faces waiting for someone there at 7, and they're like, good morning, Miss Hinojosa, and I'm like, good morning, and that's when everything changes again. And this is why I do it, and this is why I don't allow myself to complain, because they're worth it. They're worth it no matter what. So I appreciate your time, and I appreciate you allowing me to come here and talk about how great bands are. And I hope that I open some eyes and some ears on like, wait a minute, they do a lot, because we really, really do a lot. So this is our final performance at UIL this is after marching season. We do have our season goes year round. So we do have compete in concert and sight reading, because that's what it's called in Wyoming. And both bands this year, and it has not, I don't think it's happened in, oh geez, I don't think it's happened since the 80s, that both bands got sweepstakes at Royal this last year, the varsity and the non-varsity band. So the kids did great. We weren't able to do last year, the year before, because of COVID. And so it was taken away from us. So we're actually gone back to normal competition life, which was great. They got superior ratings at marching, they got superior ratings at concert contests, and they did that all themselves. So again, thank you very much for allowing me this time. And if you guys have any questions, yes.
You get 10,000 from the school district, so you need another 25. How much is the concession?
It depends. It really depends on whether people go to football games or not. So on an average, I don't even want to put last year or the year before that into effect, because we got, I think, $3,000 each school because of the fact that people were not going. But like prior to that, my first year here, I want to say we got about 12,000 each school. Each school got about 12,000 from concessions. We did that. So that we always rely on concessions. So we always encourage people to go to football games and get snacks, because at the end of the day, that goes to the band kids, and not just my band kids. It goes to the Irving high school band kids. It goes to the Nimitz high school band kids as well. So we do get that, and we get that. We receive that money at the beginning of before the school year starts. Yes.
Just a quick comment. I think any of us who have ever heard the MacArthur Jazz Band, it is outstanding. Every time I've heard it, it doesn't matter which year it's been, just so good.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Yeah, those kids love it. That's the fun group. That's the group that's like, we're gonna have some fun, guys. Here we go. And so they really enjoy that as well. Yes. Thank you very much. Yes.
I love what you said about thumbprints, and it's just kind of got me thinking, but I want to ask about the car washes. I mean, I've seen them around every so often, and I've never done them, but I may pick up a couple 20s in my glove box. When I see them, let me know how much the car washing costs.
Yeah, normally we don't even ask, we just ask for donations. So our parents have a Venmo, or whether it's $1 or whether it's $5, the kid's just there holding a Venmo sign. And some people just come by and say, I don't want my car washed, but I'm just here to donate. And I thought, I mean, if you would see these kids, I've seen the change. When I first got here 4 years ago, it was a different band culture that I was used to, but the change that has happened from year 1 to year 4, I mean, you would love these kids. They're just thankful, they're happy to be there. And my big thing is, whenever I hear them going, why do we have to do this? And I'm like, it's not why, it's we get to do this. This is what we get to do, because it can be taken away from you in a heartbeat. So they're starting to, it took them a little bit to buy into that, but they're starting to buy into that a lot. But yeah, any donation is welcome.
So my follow-up question is, do you take cash?
Yes, we take all money. Cards, I mean, checks and cash, yes.
Bitcoin?
Bitcoin.
Yes. Yes. Any more questions? Well, thank you guys very much.
Well, it's so refreshing to hear from our leaders at the school and what a tremendous difference they make with our future leaders, getting them involved in a program that keeps them from being influenced by maybe some bad habits and bad activities. So Thank you so much for your leadership and staying invested. Thank you. At this time, does anyone have announcements or anything you'd like to share? Ed does. Red Cross. Thank you so much.
Hey, everybody, you have information on the table there regarding a program called Stuff the Canteen for the Salvation Army. We're going to be needing supplies for the Boys and Girls Club, our social services program. And there's a list of the items that we are in need of. The canteen's going to be parked in front of the convention center Monday from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. So if you know of anyone that, not just you, other individuals that would like to donate, the Salvation Army would appreciate it.
Thank you, Ed. Appreciate you involved in that program. Anyone else? A shout out to Dr. Bill Warren, who decided to help us be the secretary. We will be back the last week of May. We were thinking first week of May, but she informed me it would be the last week of May. And Bobby had surgery and able to attend. Bill's going to help us out for 3 weeks. Thank you, thank you. Also received unfortunately, I received a resignation letter from a long-term board member. And please accept my resignation from the Irving Las Colinas Noonday Rotary Club. I have enjoyed my 28 years with this wonderful group of Irving movers and shakers. I wish you all health and happiness. Charles Boyce.
Oh, Chuck Boyce.
Chuck, he signed it as Charles. So,
Yes.
anyway, if you have a relationship with him and you want to send some thoughts his way and show our appreciation for his 28 years, I think he would greatly appreciate it. Bill.
I think if one doesn't know, should know that Chuck has been suffering with serious dementia issues for the last several years. And he has been pretty much heading outside for the last 2 to 3 years. So remember him and his wife in your prayer. That's what's going on.
Thank you.
He is a past president, so all due respect.
May try to come up with a card at our next meeting, and all of you can sign it, write a note on it, and send it to him to show our thoughts, and hopefully he'll realize who it is and what's going on. So, that's what I will bring a card so everyone can sign it, and we will mail that to you. We will have a new meeting next week here at the Las Colinas Country Club. And Brian, do you want to share, give everyone a peek into the lineup for our speaker next week?
Let's see. Oh yeah, so next week we're going to have our Rotary Scholarship winners here. I just recognize our
I
scholarship.
love that. Thank you, Brian. So everyone, be sure and encourage everyone to attend and support our future leaders. Thank you. Anyone else? Okay, we will close with the four-way test, and Richard Raymond will lead us in the four-way test. Thank you, Richard.
Please join me in the four-way test. First.
Is it true? Is it fair to all concerned